Hi, this is Anne with My Service Depot. In today's blog, we're going to learn how to create customer contracts using the Smart Service Service Agreement module. To begin, I'm going to go into my contact screen and pull up my first customer. I'm going to go ahead and use My Service Depot. With the Service Agreement module activated, I'll now have an additional tab for my service agreements. Click Add New Service Agreement. We can begin setting up our contract. We'll go ahead and call this one our Gold Maintenance Agreement, and our type is going to be weekly to indicate their weekly services. If I have a salesperson or any discount information, I can update that as well. And I can also enter their contract information. If they do have existing contracts with you, you can definitely set up their original information and continue on from their existing dates. In my contract period, I can select how long is this contract for. Is it as few as 6 months or up to 5 years? You can also select how are they billed. Go ahead and select annually for this contract. In the middle section here, I can start selecting what items, materials, and services are included in this contract. I prefer to use group items so that I don't have to type out or select individual information for every contract I create. By using the group item, now I just need to update their individual quantities and pricing. So we enter that information. We'll see in our contract amount up here that it's calculating out for us. If I change my how to bill, let's say to monthly here, and then recalculate, it's going to give me my monthly amount that will be invoiced for them. We'll go ahead and select Save. We'll see here that it's been added to my customer. Once my customer has service agreements, I can start managing those. So if I go Home and Office, I can now use my service agreement option in here. This is where I can select either all of my contracts or filter down to see only those that I need to be working with. So let's go ahead and select my monthly contracts here. And based on their expiration date, I'm going to go ahead and select those that are in September. Now I can see that it's filtered down to just the contract that I need. I have several options from the screen as well. The first button here will allow me to post. This will send my invoice over to QuickBooks so that I can send them their bill. The second option here is going to be where I can edit their information. Do I need to add additional line items, or do I need to have their expiration date extended out if the customer did call and renew their contract? My next option is going to be the ability to print their service agreement. If we select the print button here, I can now see my information such as their line items and my terms and conditions that I can set up in the Service Agreement tab under Setup in Smart Service. I can also send out Service Agreement reminders using this last option here. Now that my service agreements are created, I can start entering jobs that are associated with them. So I'm going to go back into Contacts, and we'll go ahead and select My Service Depot again. If I go into Locations, I can add a new job. I'm going to call this their weekly mowing. Select OK. It's going to take me into the job screen now. I'm going to go ahead and select that this particular job is part of our service agreement. If I go into Scheduling, I can add my reoccurrence as well. I'm going to use the scheduling wand to see what time I have available for this job. We'll say that it's going to be 10 to 11 on Monday. If I select weekly and Monday as well, it will now go ahead and add my additional dates for me. Because my dates may go past my expiration date for the contract, it will automatically change the job status under General Information to pending renewal once we're outside of the contract range for this particular job. That way you can keep track of jobs that have tentative dates but no current service agreement. Now that my job is scheduled, I can select Save and start performing the service for the customer. For more tips and tricks, you can follow us at smartservice.com.